Hi everybody, this is Brady the Mad Poet. I cannot sleep, so I will be doing my show right now. I usually come on Wednesdays between 2 to 4 p.m., but here I am. So I want to give a shout out to all my helpers and my healers, not the haters and the soul stealers, okay? Let's make a splash. Let's get into it. So I don't even know where to begin, but I'm going to start from somewhere. I want to talk about what people's sentiments are on all sides of this whole thing regarding the riots, regarding the looting, regarding police brutality, regarding what it is that we are asking for. I want to talk about what I'm asking for, what I think should be in place regarding our policies and our protocol. But let me just start with what I've been seeing. Like, I'll share some things. Don't assume I'm swaying one way or the other. I'm just sharing and reporting what it is that is being posted. So, one of the posts, a lot of the posts in the labs that I'm seeing, people are so upset with the looting. Okay? I saw Mayor Lightfoot. I saw Kim Foxx. I like them both. I like what they had to say. Regarding the looting, here it is. Some people have been starving. Some people are fed up. Some people have lost reason and logic because of how they've been affected mentally. So when you're holding people accountable for the looting, make sure you consider their mental health, just like you consider officers' fear when they feel they need to use excessive force or deadly force when shooting someone. Please consider that, because it's a factor. And I was upset when I saw the looting happening in my own neighborhood because I was inconvenienced. But then I saw a post like, well, buildings have to be burned, but someone's life was lost, and you can replace that building, but you can't replace somebody's life. And so, yes, I'll be inconvenienced, but it's also an inconvenience to worry about whether my sons are going to die because of an officer's fear. So that's the issue. When I think about these large conglomerations like Target and Walmart getting hit, Best Buy, they'll be fine. They'll be bailed out. They have insurance. First of all, Walmart, Target, they have sweatshops for people. Large factories, rights don't be honored. They don't have any workers' rights, really. Nike, sweatshops, diamonds, people stole blood diamonds. The crazy stuff that's still going on right now for those diamonds. I'm not worried about people that are oppressed that are taking, because people have took from us. People have taken our lives, our artifacts, our dignity. The penal system have really taken more than what they've lost in a couple of days. So people can miss me with the, oh, they're retarded, they're stupid, they're broke, they're bums. Forget your business. You'll be okay. Build another one. I know it's hard. I don't condone looting, but at the same time, I understand how people are fed up. Now, one thing that really got me upset, I saw this live with this guy from Little Village, and he was saying, don't come to our neighborhood for groceries because you should have thought about stopping people looting in your neighborhood. And I'm just like, wow, really? That's a lot of nerve. You suffer from police brutality just like we do. there are people, when you go back in history, you think about the Mexican War. I think about how they just took Texas and made you sell California, how you get brutalized and penalized with these large sentences regarding the penal system, just like we do, but you don't want to share your resources. I understand you protecting your neighborhood from being looted. Yes, I get that. But to say, don't come to our neighborhood, you shouldn't have looted yours, or you should have stopped people from looting yours. No, you should share your resources, because at the end of the day, you need to think about how we're all minorities and how you're being affected too by what's going on, by the penal system, by police brutality. So stop it, please stop. Be together, stand together. Don't start a race war. That doesn't make any sense. That's all a part of a horrible satanic plan. When I think about everything that's happened, it does seem orchestrated. Right now, we're doing a crisis. During a crisis, COVID-19 has been sensationalized. This man's death. We've been going through monstrous oppression, police brutality for decades, and now I do wholeheartedly believe undercover agents initiated those riots, initiated the vandalism, and we followed behind them the day that we were supposed to open back up. So it's real sad for all those businesses, the small businesses. I do feel bad that, you guys had to suffer. But at the end of the day, we were in a pandemic. You were suffering anyway. Did you forget that you were taking a loss anyway? So hopefully you can get some insurance. And it's just like, when it comes, again, I cannot put importance on the loss of life. Like, when you think about everything, I think about Laquan McDonald. We didn't really turn up like we're doing now. Like I said, it's orchestrated. They want to bring the New World Order. They want to set these curfews. They want to bring in martial law. They planned it. They pushed those triggers when we've been in the house for months on end, right? And people lost their jobs. If people would have been working, this would have never happened. People would have been, they don't want to lose their job. They wouldn't have been as aggressive as they are now. But we've been sitting in the house. We've been angry, having anxiety. Our mental health has been affected. So take that into consideration before you judge somebody. It just seems like, I was looking at a old Tupac interview too, and he was exactly right. They glamorize their wealth while we're starving. And it's just like, I seen this one live, or this one recording where this guy was happy. He robbed a dollar store. He was happy he had detergent. People were happy they had a little bit of food. And it's just like, I don't condone looting, but I can understand if the economic disparity has been in place where people feel with the least, just by stealing the least amount of material or product, that they came up, when they have been targeted with racial profiling. They've been targeted with these harsh sentences, these mandatory sentences. They've been targeted, in the education system, getting a watered down education. They haven't been given loans for these businesses when other people, foreigners, can get loans and open up shop in their neighborhoods. People are fed up. So, like I said, I don't condone looting, but I definitely understand it. And I'm definitely not going to have so much hate or internal hate where I say, oh, I hate black people. I can't stand black people. Y'all ignorant. Y'all stupid. Y'all retarded. Like, no, they're suffering. They are oppressed. They have mental health things that they're dealing with because they recognize the disregard for their life. Casual, I like how Kim Fox put it. It's like a casual acceptance for racism. Like, people are accepting, and that's okay. Don't worry about the looting. Worry about the shooting. How about that? Worry about your life. Like I said, I've just been thinking about, it just hit me. I just woke up and just started crying because, I don't know, I just thought about Kalief Browder, who was in jail for a minor offense. He couldn't make bail. Economic disparities, keeping us in jail for little stuff. Now, people are in jail. They served all this time, separated from their family, bread taken away from their family, while pharmaceutical companies are benefiting from the drugs that place these people in jail. People are fed up. I think about Korean Gaines. Oh, that touched me so much. That whole situation was just crazy. You can't tell me that that's okay. People talk about that only so much. They talked about it for a while, but they're going to be talking about the looting for a long time. Oh, your animals. Oh, this, that. No. People tired. People fed up. And I myself, I get selfish sometimes. Like I said, initially, when I walked outside, I was just like, wow, this is something right here. It was a good feeling seeing all those people stand for something, but I also understood that this is all a game plan. Like, a lot of those people, their energy, it was not about peace. And I can't blame them. Like, I tried to get in front of, like, because it was my neighborhood, and I knew some of the police officers, and, you know, like I said, I didn't want to be inconvenienced. I was being selfish. I told the brother, like, man, have peace. And he was not trying to hear that. It was anger all in his face. He said, no, that officer beat up my friend. I'm tired of peace. Like, people, their feelings are raw. Like, they pass the level of rational thinking. They don't care about that. Have you ever been fed up where you just did not care? Like, period. And people saying, oh, riots and violence is the language of the unheard. Maybe to some degree, but at the end of the day, those 4 officers was charged. At the end of the day, what did the Minneapolis police say? Oh, they did a second autopsy. Oh, he did die from strangulation. Oh, okay. Oh, we are going to make this our most, this is going to be a top priority now. Oh, okay. When you think about the history of America, what they have to do from Great Britain to break away? War. When you think about rebellions, when you think about any type of change, sometimes to get peace, there is war. Now, I'm not promoting it because I'm not ready. I haven't militarized anybody. I'm not armed, and I don't have a food jungle. We don't have resources in place to sustain us if we were to go to war with our government. However, I do thank the people that did stand up. I do. Like I said, I went out there, and it was more so just looking, just feeling the energy. And yes, I tried to say, wait a minute. I did want to keep the peace because it was my neighborhood and I didn't want to see it go down. And I think about some of the good officers, but I seen another post, and it was just like, if you got 10 good officers and you got 10 bad officers, then you have 20 bad officers, because the good officers are not reporting the bad officers. And let me say this, I wholeheartedly, maybe I'm being naive, but I do feel like Lori Lightfoot and Kim Foxx will hold officers accountable for misconduct. I really do. So, no, I don't feel like if you, I just feel like, yes, maintain the peace if, the officers that you're coming at, you don't know them personally. Like I hate to be, like I said, I'm biased. Like, the black officers that was around here, they trying to feed their families. Like, I know good officers that have rescued children suffering from abuse. I know good officers that have adopted children, saving them from a life of trauma. I know good officers that have protected women from a toxic relationship. They almost got killed. I know good officers that actually do their job. However, there's a whole slew of officers, I believe KKK people, infiltrated using the uniform to, for their own agenda. And I don't want anybody, like I said, innocent on either side to be caught in the crossfire. It's horrible. I seen something on live. I hope it's not true. They said a woman got ran over and she was pregnant. Like, that's crazy. I seen people posting the New York police officers and the officers from Minneapolis, like, macing people, shooting them with rubber bullets. Like, oh my God, like, I'm never living in any of those places. Like, a disregard. Not everybody trying to be peaceful. And so, what do? We can only have an understanding of how people feel, and we need to enact better policies, better protocol. Now, I've been, I saw something, the U.S. House of Representatives, they're trying to put something together. I think his name is, I don't want to say his name the wrong way. So I'm going to have to get back to that. But if I was to have my thoughts considered, I feel like the protocol should be this, because a lot of blacks are killed during traffic stops. So I feel like if you pull somebody over, the standard is not to have your weapon withdrawn for any reason. If you pull somebody over, the conversation should be brief. It should be limited. It should be standardized. All you need to ask for is their license and registration. Issue them a citation in the mail, period. If you don't have probable cause to search their car, don't do it, period. There's no reason to use excessive force. You should be held accountable if you do use excessive force, period. If you put somebody, after they are subdued, after they are arrested, all you have to do is put them in the back of a police car. If you put somebody in a maneuver where they are subdued for a long period of time, you should be charged with attempted murder. And that's what this this U.S. representative, this House bill, they're trying to make police accountable. They can get sued or have jail time if they kill someone, kill a citizen. And it should be passed, period. People should know about it. And in addition to the other things I said, that should be added along with it. Because that's real change. That's real reform. That's what we need. And I just think about, our relationship in America. It kind of reminded me of like a bad romance, like a bad love relationship. Like when you love somebody and it's like an unrequited love. You dance for them, you entertain them, you try to gain their acceptance, you work for them, you take hours away from your loved ones, your household, your families, just to earn their currency, their respect. And in return, the love is not there. Not the real love. I mean, the fake love, but not the real love. And it's just like, it's just crazy. And when reality set in, for all the minorities across the board, that you only mean so much, and not even the minorities, when people get period, you're really just a battery. Like your Social Security, you're really just somebody that can be replaced with a robot, and to a certain degree. And I have this one friend, he was just like, if people want real change, be mad enough to start your own business, be mad enough to learn the law, be mad enough to essentially become sovereign. And I'm still investigating becoming sovereign, because I know some Moorish people, they're sovereign, they have their own currency, they own everything. My only concern is that if you become sovereign and you say I know who I am, I'm indigenous to this land, I'm an American citizen, like what your rights look like then? Like, can they just kick you out after our ancestors then did everything? So I don't know. I'm going to investigate becoming sovereign, but I am mad enough to study the law. I am mad enough to really promote real reform. But like I said, I think the man has missed the bill. Like I said, I really want to get the name of this bill, and I do not have it, but I'm gonna post it on my page. I post a lot of stuff on my page. I just been posting. I'm just trying to gain a perspective of everybody's feelings. So, like I said, overall, just understand. Do not be quick to internalize hate and judge people because of what they've been, how they've been suffering. Okay? Anything, judge what you've accepted. Judge what we've accepted for all this time. You know, think about your life in the long run instead of your immediate needs. So for all the food deserts out there, you need to organize with people that are not in the food desert so people won't starve. I know people were doing runs for people who can't get to their prescription, their medication. I do wholeheartedly wish people did not loot the essential resources because we are in a pandemic. But again, I feel like that was all a part of the plan. I did see some videos of cops breaking stuff in, like white people initiating like the looting and the vandalism. And then I seen black people initiating it too. So it's just like, we gotta start again, start from scratch. Like, plant your seeds, get your food jungle up for real. If you wasn't before, get it up now. And really try to organize and help one another. Stop hating one another. Stop judging one another. Help people survive what's going on. Because we gonna be all we got. Like, any of my family, any resources, very limited, but any resources, you know what I'm saying? I'll try to make sure everybody's straight, and I hope everybody in their community and their families do the same. This is Brittany with the Windy City Underground, Brittany Mad Poet, and I hope that I have covered everything I wanted to say. Because it's a lot on my mind. I hope I can go back to sleep after this. Oh, it is something I wanted to say. I forgot about a couple people that I wanted to talk about. Like Nathaniel Woods, how he just was executed. And it's like, we didn't turn up then. We didn't turn up about Sandra Bland. Again, understand why people are fed up and they now concerned about anything but revenge, essentially. Again, I don't condone it, but understand, when you attack people's economics, their pockets, their profits, this is a post I seen, that's when they kind of listen. When you attack their pockets, when you go after their wealth. So, hold everybody accountable. Hold those people in Little Village accountable that's trying to stop people from getting groceries. Okay? Y'all take care. Y'all be safe. We are the indigenous people on the planet. Remember that. So don't let nobody make you feel like you're not. Thank you.